Hello, and a very good afternoon to one and all. I am Ishani Chandorkar, and I welcome you all on behalf of Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, IETE-SF of Excelsior Education Societies, KC College of Engineering and Management Studies and Research. I consider it a great honor to welcome Principal Dr. Vilas Natnavre, HOD of EXTC Department, Dr. Rajiv Iyer, IETSF Convener, Dr. Baban Uranthe, IETSF Faculty Coordinator, Professor Purnima Vadak, and all the faculty members and students. I heartily welcome all the participants for the very first session under our intercollegiate event, Weekends with IET, a technical skill development program for the students by the students. To those who still don't have a clue about this event, Weekends with IET is a series of webinars taken by students of KCCEMSR itself every weekend under the banner IETE-SF. Before I introduce you to today's session, let me ask a question. Do you like playing games? Have you ever wondered how these games are made? Today's insightful session is on this very topic, a webinar on game development. In today's session, whether you are an aspiring developer or a gaming enthusiast, this webinar promises you to inspire and enlighten on the topic of game development. To dive deeper into the topic and reveal more benefits over it, I ask you to remain till the very end of this session. Now I would request our IETSF convener, Dr. Baban Urinde sir, to share a few words about today's webinar.
Hello, Jinder sir. Sir, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry. Yeah. It's audible now? It's audible?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
1 minute. Yeah. Therefore, the good afternoon to one and all. The Today we have the ITSF that organize the weekends with the IT. This title has given for the webinar on game development, and this webinar will be delivered by the Jyoti Maurya. She is our TXT computer students, and today we'll get the insight about the how to you have to develop the game, and she will give the basic knowledge about that how to expertise in game handles and application development, skill sets in HTML, then CSS, Java, C, Figma, AutoCAD, and Bootstrap core engine. This is the actually the how the game played by electronically manipulating the images produced by computer program on a television screen or other display screen, just like your laptop, then PC also. Then that we have to how that we have, if you want to difference, civil Jyoti will be given the explain regarding the insight about that this on this game development topic, the difference from movies and software which are used for this, how to you have to game as an interactive medium, that can be how you have to make more interactive with the help of the this game. That is a difference from movies and other in for the interactivity. Then we have the difference from the software also, the content of the game as a medium, and more fun from that. And again, we can have the on the basis of the you can start your own business also. You can have the placement opportunity also available in the game technology. Games have the got the at all actually, that is you have the concept that require that the art you have to require the interest in the art domain also. Then that have the business point of view, science and technology definitely that is required for this game development and the game trivia. These are the structure for that, and game have the structure for to start up and introductory function movie, and we can plan the game also. We have to make your own game also. That from front end to the that we have the in front end we have the game options also, options also, video options also, and we have to load that game. These are the things actually how we have to make the skill development with the help of this game development we can do, and that definitely in future also that NEP National Education Policy 2020, that is India's third education policy NEP 1968 and 1986. That we have to under that we have to skill development, personality development. We have to develop the your own the technical things you can do it, and we also we have to coordinate with the other means that you have to other branches also, not only that engineering and technology, but also others that you have to achieve in the gaming also. Some credits you have to achieve in gaming, then the film industry, any other that you can you achieve, and you can so that deposit that credits in ABC account. That everyone you have already registered for that students last academic year also. That the ABC account, that is a academic bank credits account, and that your credits should be there. And same that you have to next academic year, that new batch that will be from 24 25th, that will the University of Mumbai will be implemented on NFP 2020. That time, this all the courses that just we are talking about the game development program. This is one of the part to skill development from purpose. We have the only game development. We have the other software parts. You have to study that, and we have to develop your game. We already just Java, C++, others the languages also you should know for development of that. Therefore, that definitely NEP 2020 that can be useful for this in future from next academic year, and students can get the degree also. In 1 year completed that they get the pre-certificate, then 2 years 3 years completed that they will get the diploma certificates, and with the help of this certificate students can they start their own the outside the job opportunity. They can open there and they can earn the money. Simultaneously they have to the earn the money also, and they have to complete their parallel do the education also. They can do that, and they earn the additional courses. They earn the credits also that deposit there in the ABC account all over India. That having the ABC account for the all the engineers or science, commerce, arts, all the streams of the management also, all streams of the education that can be for higher education, that will get the idea. You can get the certificates also with that, and degree also you have to complete. But you have to achieve this degree within 8 years, and definitely within 8 years you have to complete it, and you will get the degree. Okay, therefore this is a nice that the game weekends you have given the title, and definitely that can be useful for all the students also. Those are participants from the our college also, outside of college also, Mumbai University also, and at some national levels also they have joined as they actually posted this number of WhatsApp groups also, and definitely the students will get benefit from this today's this online webinar on the game development. And I thanks to the ISF team also for their the actually they have make, they have to planning this event for 1 week, and successfully they have to start this today this program. And thanks to the all the team members, that is Avinash Rajak, chairman of IETE-SF, and the team members of ISF, Vimlendu Yadav also. And thanks to all students those are participants in this today's program. Thank you very much. Over to you. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Our today's diligent speaker is Miss Jyoti Maurya, a skilled programmer and currently studying in third year computers at KCCEMSR. She's a proactive learner of modern technologies, having an expertise in game development. Her skill sets include proficiency in HTML, CSS, Java, C, Figma, AutoCAD, Bootstrap, and Core Engine. Without any further delay, let's begin today's session. And let's welcome our today's eminent speaker, Ms. Jyoti Maurya. Now I would like to hand over this session to Ms. Jyoti.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, Ishani, for welcoming me. I am Jyoti Maurya, third year computer students, and today I'm going to take a webinar on game development organized under Weekends with IETE by KC College of Engineering and Management. I would like to thank the entire IET members for giving me this wonderful opportunity. So before moving on to developing a game actually in today's session, let me brief you about what is game development and what are the aspects. So, do you know about the scope of game development in India and what are the top companies and technologies that are being used? Recently, the pandemic gave a boost to the gaming market in India. You might have heard about the esports, and you can see there are millions of games currently available on the Play Store. So let me brief you about some top companies like Hyperlink Infosystem, L&T Infotech, Hashbyte Studios, and Encore Games, and Underdogs. In fact, Underdog is a Mumbai-based game development studio which was founded in 2011. Now, these are the top companies, and there are many more. Like Tencent Technology is a top tier company of China. Now, today's session is going to be based on game development on a gaming engine called Core. So moving on, let me introduce about what is the game development. Please move on. So game development is the process of creating interactive digital experiences, which are often involve the designing and programming, all these things. Now, let me give you an insight about the different aspects of the game development and what is the benefit for students for learning the development and designing games. Digital capabilities जैसे coding हो गए, programming like game art and design, 3D modeling, proficiency in the programming concepts and various principles of the computer science like thinking, skills, solving problems, and designing complex systems can be developed with the help of game developing. Now, do you know there are various types of the roles in the game development? One of this is a indie game. Indie game जो होता है, ये होता है independent video games. जो phrase indie game आया है, it is basically based like जैसे independent music and independent films बनाई जाती हैं, वैसे ही ये indie game का concept है. Basically आजकल हम देख रहे हैं कि there are various developer, small developers या फिर बड़ी organization जो काफी बड़ी games बनाती हैं, but there are various small designers जो खुद अपने level पे and अपने छोटे से small scale पे games को design करते हैं and publish करते हैं. So this is ये जो concept है आजकल ये बहुत ज्यादा ही emerge हो रहा है because of the developing technology. You might have heard that we require to learn coding for developing games and programming. So today I'm going to give you a small pro tip of developing a game without any use of code. So this is going to be on a core engine. Let me give you a quick insight that what are we going to learn at the end of this session today. I'll show you a game developed in Core Engine. Let me present my screen. Is my screen visible? Hello?
Yes,
Hello,
Jyoti, it is
everyone.
visible.
Okay. Thank you so much. So let me give you an insight at what are we actually going to learn in this session of web development and what we will get at the end of this session. So this is a game designed in Core. Can you believe it? Sorry. Um, I will. I will. Come. Can you guys see the game? Hello.
Yes, Jyoti, it is visible.
Um, So this was a short demo about what are we going to learn today. Did you guys like it? Hello everyone. Can I get the review? Did you like the game? Okay, okay. Actually, I'm not able, I can't see the chats right now. Okay, let it be. Fine. So this was a game developed in Core Engine, and the most fantastic thing about it was it doesn't require any coding to develop. Now let's show, moving on to the PPT. Yes. Yeah, yes. So you might have seen what is Code Engine and what can it do, what it can do. So Core is a PC-based game creation which was built on top of the Unreal Engine game engines, right? Okay, let me quickly join the YouTube. I can't see your comments. Okay, thank you so much. Now you might be thinking and why I have chosen Core and not the Unity, which is more popular than Core, you might say. So talking about this, आपने देखा होगा कि कोड में मैंने इसे बिना कोई कोड यूज किए बनाया है. देयर आर मेनी लाइक आप बिगिनर्स आप हो, आप इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड से नहीं आते हो, एंड बट यू हैव एन अमेजिंग imagination, you have amazing like creative skill, you are able to design characters, you have a wonderful talent of creating a story, and आप उसको एक अपने imagination के थ्रू आप उसको reality में ला सकते हो. बट आपको शायद डाउट होता होगा कि अगर आपको कोडिंग नहीं आती तो क्या आप ये कर सकते हैं या नहीं कर सकते. सो आंसर इज यस, यू कैन डेफिनेटली डू इट. सो कोड एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जो हमें सारी चीजें प्रोवाइड करता है जो एक गेम बनाने के लिए चाहिए होती है. एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट इज वी डोंट रिक्वायर कोड. अगर आप यूनिटी पे जाते हैं विच इज अ पॉपुलर गेमिंग इंजन, काफी अच्छा है. सो उसमें आपको जो प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस होती हैं जैसे सी प्लस प्लस और सी शार्प और सी हैश, ये सारी लैंग्वेजेस आप यूज करके आप गेम बना सकते हैं. डेफिनेटली आपको उसमें भी काफी फीचर्स मिलेंगे, जैसे कि आप ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप करके कई चीजें ले सकते हैं, बट यू रियली रिक्वायर कोड अगर आपको एक कंप्लीट गेम डेवलप करना है तो. बट इन दिस आपको उसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है. सो बेसिकली आप इस पे कोई भी 2D मॉडलिंग गेम या 3D मॉडलिंग गेम आप ये सब बना सकते हैं. नाउ यू माइट बी थिंकिंग लाइक व्हाट इफ अगर मुझे ये गेम डेवलपमेंट करने के बाद इफ आई एम लर्निंग गेम डेवलपमेंट एंड काफी टाइम बाद यू थिंक दैट दिस इज नॉट माय एरिया, मैं इसमें शायद एक्सेल नहीं कर पाऊँ, या फिर आप गेम डेवलपमेंट के अलावा बाकी भी कोई चीजें करना चाहते हैं जो आपने यहाँ पर सीखी हुई है. सो यू नो देर आर वेरियस थिंग्स, आप बहुत सारी टीचिंग एंड स्किल्स हैं गेम डेवलपमेंट की जो आप अपने बाकी सेक्टर्स में भी यूज कर सकते हैं. नाउअडेज यू माइट हैव सीन द सिमुलेशन एंड ट्रेनिंग बेस्ड का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, हमें भी एवी देखना बहुत पसंद है. वी लाइक वाचिंग एनिमेटेड वीडियोस टू लर्न अ पर्टिकुलर कॉन्सेप्ट. सो गेम डेवलपमेंट का जो स्किल है और ऑफ क्रिएटिंग द रियलिस्टिक सिमुलेशंस, ये काफी ज्यादा यूज होता है इन ट्रेनिंग, लाइक मेडिकल सिमुलेशन हो गया, फ्लाइट ट्रेनिंग, मिलिट्री एक्सरसाइज में, एजुकेशन सेक्टर्स में आप इसे काफी ज्यादा यूज किया जाता है। एंड आजकल का जो एक न्यूली इमर्जिंग कॉन्सेप्ट है, हमने जो देखा है AR VR का, जो आजकल बहुत ज्यादा ट्रेंड में आ रहा है, इट इज अ गेम एक्सपर्टाइज में भी आपने देखा होगा कि AR VR का गेमिंग सेंटर्स अभी ओपन हो रहे हैं। सो आप आफ्टर लर्निंग द गेम डेवलपमेंट, आप AR VR जो है, दैट इज वर्चुअल रियलिटी एंड ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटी के इंडस्ट्रीज में भी जा सकते हैं। There are various more aspects like marketing and advertising. Suppose you have a wonderful imagination skills and you have learned the game development process, so you might be knowing the animation के जो बाकी सारे aspects होते हैं जो game development में चाहिए होता है। So that is like आप marketing and advertising में जा सकते हैं। आप इसमें भी जा सकते हैं like media. Okay. आपने शायद मूवी देखी होगी एवेटार की, जो एंटायर सीरीज है वो कितनी ज्यादा एनिमेटेड थी। So basically you require knowledge of animation like designing, and you definitely your आपका visualization power जो है it is of like ये जो highly contribute करता है आपके skill को। So this is like today we are going to develop a small basic game. Those who do not have any knowledge or any background of coding, उनके लिए भी कोई problem नहीं है, we can learn, especially the first year students who are really enthusiastic and really excited about learning it. Okay. Now, quickly moving on to the next phase of development. Please move on. Hello. Hmm. Move on. So let me give you about how are we going to develop a game in code. Can you see my screen? Okay, thank you. So this is the entire code world. Basically, कोड जो है वो एक मल्टीवर्स आप कह सकते हैं आपके गेमिंग वर्ल्ड का। इसमें आपको बहुत सारे फीचर्स देखने को मिलेंगे। इट इज अ वर्ल्ड ऑफ गेम डेवलपमेंट। एक्चुअली कोड इंजन जो है वो आपको दो चीज प्रोवाइड करता है। इट इज अ ग्रेट प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर जिन्हें गेम खेलना भी पसंद है और जिन्हें गेम बनाना भी पसंद है। एक्चुअली द कोड इज गेमिंग इंजन, जहाँ पे आपके प्लेयर्स और क्रिएटर्स साथ में मिलकर काम कर सकते हैं, एंड इट इज अ ग्रेट प्लेस फॉर एवरीवन। इंडस्ट्री के टर्म्स में अगर देखा जाए तो आप यहाँ से ए गेम्स जो होते हैं जो काफी ज्यादा ट्रेंड में है आजकल, एंड इंडी गेम्स जो है आप वो बना सकते हैं। Now let me give you an introduction about how to use this code. What is this code actually all about? And how are you going to create a project? Can you see? Okay. This is code. Now first of all, let me teach you about designing an avatar. आपको आपका कैरेक्टर डिजाइन करना बहुत पसंद होगा डेफिनेटली। आप डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कैरेक्टर्स के साथ खेलना भी पसंद करते हैं। So basically, code provides us कुछ इनबिल्ट कैरेक्टर्स हैं और कुछ इनबिल्ट बॉडी शेप्स हैं जो आप यूज कर सकते हैं। अपार्ट फ्रॉम इट, यू कैन ऑल्सो डिजाइन योर ओन कैरेक्टर एंड आप इसको कोड में इंपोर्ट करके रेंडर करके यूज कर सकते हैं। कैन यू सी? Now let me design a new character. If I'm taking a skeleton, okay, then let me take this robot. Okay. There are various props that you can give to your characters. There are mounts, and as you move on, you will get various mounts like dragon or any animal. Okay, you can see different types of emotes जो आपका character कर सकता है. Okay, now coming back to our original character. Now, I'll teach you how to create a game in code. Now, first, when you're creating a project, you have to give a name to your project. And no issues, you can change this name after later on. So let me give it as my first demo project. Okay, can you see this? It's an entire empty space given to you all. Okay, first of all, let me teach you about some already given aspects in the code. Okay. So, the code provides various templates for the new beginners. If you are new, a completely beginner-friendly environment यहाँ पे हमें देखने को मिलता है. So, let me take a template. Let's choose deathmatch and give it a try. Demo project. Okay, let's begin. Okay. So, can you see you already have this complete template set up? आपको एक छोटा सा base दिया जाता है which you can design. Okay. Now let me give you a short introduction about what is this.
Jyoti, we can't see your screen. Jyoti, hello.
Okay, just a minute, let me check. Oh, यहाँ पे तो मुझे share दिखा रहा है. Let me share it again.
Yes, please.
Sure. Is it visible now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So ये कब से बंद हुआ था? Should I give it a वापस से मैं share करूँ? Whatever I have spoken. Okay. So can you see the interface? This is a complete template provided to you for beginner. Now you can see this text. This is UI for in like अपने अपने players को inform कर सकते हो what is your game all about and what they are supposed to do. So this tells us that first to kill 10 enemies will win the game. Okay. Now at the center you have the message banner. Like when you play the game, the winners gets declared as winner. अपने center of the screen पे आप वो declare कर सकते हो. जो काउंटडाउन टाइम होगा आपका गेम स्टार्ट होने का वो यहाँ पर ऊपर से डिस्प्ले होगा. नाउ कोर का जो ये देख रहे हैं ऑन द के लेफ्ट हैंड साइड एक्सट्रीम लेफ्ट पे एंड लेफ्ट कॉर्नर पे डाउन द साइड आप देखो कि आपको प्रोजेक्ट का कंटेंट दिख रहा है ये कॉलम. प्रोजेक्ट कंटेंट में आपको आपके प्रोजेक्ट में यूज किए जाने वाले सारे स्क्रिप्ट्स मटेरियल्स एंड कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट्स इफ यू आर इंपोर्टिंग एनी फॉरेन एंटिटी लाइक आपने कोई कैरेक्टर डिजाइन किया है, आप उसे अपने प्रोजेक्ट में इंपोर्ट करना चाहते हो। नाउ वन ऑफ द बेस्ट फीचर्स दैट कोड इज प्रोवाइडिंग इज यू कैन इंपोर्ट एनी ऑफ द एनएफटीज एंड आप उसको अपना कैरेक्टर बना सकते हैं एंड इट विल नॉट ओनली एक्ट एज अ स्टैटिक ऑब्जेक्ट बट इट विल ऑल्सो मूव। लाइक आप ऑब्जेक्ट को मूव कर सकते हो, रोटेट कर सकते हो, यू कैन चेंज द ऑब्जेक्ट साइज, यू कैन स्नैप इट, एवरीथिंग। ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट, आपको प्रोजेक्ट कंटेंट के बाजू में आपको कोड का कंटेंट दिख रहा होगा। यहाँ से आप अपना कोई भी 3D ऑब्जेक्ट हो गया, टेक्स्ट हो गया, एनिमेशन, इफ यू वांट टू ऐड एनी वॉइस, एनी कॉल्स, या फिर कोई भी इफेक्ट, फॉन्ट्स हो गया, या उनको गिव शैडो, एवरीथिंग आप यहाँ से सर्च कर सकते हैं एंड यू कैन लोड। फॉर एग्जाम्पल लाइक आई वांट टू add material. Now you can see कि आपको यहाँ पे बहुत सारे materials के features यहाँ पे inbuilt मिलेंगे। The best part about core is कि आपको almost everything is provided to you. You can just simply use it and create any game. So there are various materials, there are various effects. You can also change the sky, the floorings, the walls, the windows, the doors. You can add an object, you can add enemies, everything. Whatever you have seen in the start वाले game में आपने जो भी देखा, you can do it. Now here is the community content. Now the best feature about this is कि अगर आपने कोई content बनाया है, you can upload it on the core community and the other members, those who are your, if they want, they can use your content if you allow them to use. And similarly, you can also use the other contents, whatever they have uploaded in your project. Okay. Now coming to the right side of the window, you can see hierarchy. Hierarchy जो है basically it lists down all the objects जो भी आपके current scene में present है. Scene is what you can see on the screen. Like now we are having walls, you have floor, you have sky, you have this base, you have some doors. As you can see, here is the stairs. Everything that you can see on your scene is or any object comes under the hierarchy. And when you choose a particular object या फिर कोई भी method या फिर कोई भी like this, suppose I'm choosing ground. Now get all the properties. Look, you can see यहाँ पे ground load हो चुका है. Now all the properties of the ground, the position, अगर मुझे ground को position करना है, the scale, rotation, every property is listed out. You can change any property. So now we will add some objects and we will modify this to create a game. So let me show you the preview mode, what a player will see when they will open this game. Now as we are using a template, हमारे पास already a basic template provided है. This is our lobby. Now have the features like moving ahead, shooting, you can jump. Okay. So this is our basic template. Now we are supposed to design this entire arena. Now let's go in editor mode and design. Now you can create multiplayer games using code. So on the top bar, you can see there are various features. Now you can, suppose you are making a game and if you commit any mistake, you can simply just undo it and repeat it and correct it. Now it has various features. If you are selecting a particular object, now suppose I have selected this base, you can translate it like how you can move it. Can you see this entire orange line? This is selected. Basically, this is our one complete portion. आप जिसको design कर सकते हो. Now let me go and select this particular page. Now I want to Move it. Is it visible, guys? Can you see the scaling? Okay, it's lagging a bit. Let me wait for you. Can you see it scaling, guys? Okay. See, now जब आप scale करते हो तो scaling can be done on the X, Y, and Z axis. So if you want to like increase its height, you can just simply select this Y axis and scroll your mouse upside upward and you can see कि मेरे bench का height जो है वो increase होता जा रहा है. You can create a wall like this if you want. And similarly आप उसको X and Y पे भी अभी आप कर scale कर सकते हैं. Can you see? So this is how we are going to design our entire game. Okay, moving on. When we are done completing the game, we will simulate it and multiplayer simulation में हम इसको test करेंगे कि how it will work when there are various players designing it and playing it for you. So I'll select for 2 players and I'll show you a preview before actually starting to develop it. I think it's lagging a little bit. Can you see 2 screens, 2 characters on your screen? Okay, great. Okay, so now I have selected one player's farm mode, and now I have to go to the another character. Okay, I found this. I can go and just simply. Was it visible? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Anirudh, thank you. I think I must wait because here I have started playing in 2 player mode and I just shot an enemy. Okay, fine. If it's okay, I'm able to see the screen. I will just dictate and brief you about it. Okay, can you see the cursor moving now? Hello? Okay. So let's design the entire game and then we'll go to the preview mode again. Okay. So you can see here I've selected 2 players. Now let me go back to 1 player. Fine. Now, as here you can see, there is stair, door, and the floor and the wall. So we have enough objects to give them a material. The code provides a feature of giving material to your objects. Like this is your object having nothing, just the stairs. Now you can add any material to it. Now, one by one, we will see all the properties. Now we'll start customizing our arena. Now let's go to the 3D assets. Can you see at the left corner, bottom corner, there are various tools provided already. Now we'll go to view. And one more thing that it provides is, can you see here on the right, before publish, below the answer the publish screen, there is a default view option. Now this is visibility collision. Basically this property is about जब आपका character it is moving on the game, वो कौन कौन से object से टकराएगा और कौन से objects के अंदर से वो pass through हो जाएगा. Like अगर अपने game में आप bushes रखते हैं, so definitely you do not want your character कि वो जाके bushes से टकरा जाए या फिर grass से टकरा जाए. It can move over it, right? It can pass through the bushes and the grass. But when it comes to stones या फिर कोई tree का bark है, there is a house, you don't want your character to pass through it. आप उसको एक रियलिस्टिक गेम बनाना चाहते हैं. You want your game to look realistic, एकदम real world जैसा लगना चाहिए. So this is the collision property and this is visibility collision जो आपको बताएगा कि आपके गेम में कौन कौन से जो ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं जो आपके कैरेक्टर्स के साथ कोलाइड हो सकते हैं. Now this is the game object. Let me go back to 3D objects. Now, can you see the 3D objects palette feature? Wait, it's lagging a bit. थोड़ा सा lag कर रहा है. Everything else is fine. Let me change the view to default. It would be better for you. Yes. Now see, under the core content में we have this art objects. Now this art objects provide all the features of adding the props and objects and giving material to your objects in your gaming arena. Okay. So now under 3D objects, we'll add some props. Suppose I want to add some grasses. Look, now it is as simple as drag and drop. You don't have to write an ample of code कि आप ग्रास का लोकेशन यहाँ रखेंगे, उसका साइज इतना होना चाहिए, हाइट इतनी होनी चाहिए, color is this, so you don't have to program anything. You can simply just drag and drop. Fine. Similarly, you can also add some bushes. Now let me show you how it works, the collision property. Okay. Now let me select one object. Let me bring it to center. Now after selecting an object, you can see that whatever property it has, वो आपके properties के section में list out हो जाएंगे. Now in properties, simply drag or scroll down. Okay. So this is collision property, game collision, inherit from parent. just turn it off. If you want your character to pass through any of the objects, just turn it off. Like this, force off, simple, it's done. Now let me show you the preview. Are you guys able to see the preview? I think you're not able to see the preview. Okay, so this is how I'm selecting an object and just making it pass through character. Can you see my character on the screen? Okay, great. No, I want the character, Anirudh. In preview mode, the character is visible along with those grasses and objects. Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen again so that you can watch the preview mode. Yeah, definitely. Now you will be able to see the preview, I guess. Can you? Now can you see my character can easily pass through these grasses? The reason is I've turned off the collision property, whereas when I'm colliding with this walls, my character is unable to pass through it, but it can pass through these bushes and the grasses. So this was about all about the collision property. Just by turning it on and off, you can make your game look more realistic. Now let us add some materials. You can just randomly select any object, whatever. If you want to give a material to your object, just select it. Now here you are selecting, this is your object, suppose. Okay, I think I must wait, the screen is lagging. Okay, so now you have selected an object. Now you just have to give it a property. Now I'm going to assign a material to this particular block. Now you have various options to give. So now can you see this entire portion has an amethyst material. You can also give a wood slice, great. Bordering the door, there is a nice, can you see? So now like this, if you want to design the entire template, it will take a lot of time. It will definitely consume your entire day just by assigning and designating the materials to your walls and floor, and how you really design the entire game. So the core provides various functionalities. Now just you have to, if you want, you can write the shortcuts. Now the simple trick is that I'll give you some projects. Just write wall on the hierarchy search menu bar. Okay. In the search bar of hierarchy, you simply write wall and just select all the walls by pressing selecting an option and just click Control A. So all the walls will be selected. And now you can give, I want to give this animated glowing hex to walls. Now give this, now can you see the plain walls have now wonderful glowing hex shape. Okay, I'll wait for you guys so that you can, yes, it's visible. Now similarly, we will assign a nice material to our floor as well. And these are some small pro tips that you can learn, and it will be of great use when you're actually designing a game. It will save you a lot of time. Now let me change the floor similarly. Now select one floor and press Control A. Now you can choose, okay, I'm leaving it as 01. Now wait and watch the difference. Can you see the floor is changed completely? And now the stairs are remaining. Now we'll change the stairs as well. We have designed the walls, the floor, and now it comes to the chair. Stairs. Similarly, just try the stairs in the search bar of hierarchy. Hierarchy is just a place where all the objects which are present in your gaming arena is visible, and you can edit it by clicking on them and simply checking the properties column. Select one stair, select Control A, and now let's choose a nice option for our stairs as well. Now suppose I give a library theme. Simply drag and drop. And the stairs have changed. So now can you see the basic empty template is looking much better, right? It's as simple as that. You can use your imaginative power and you can bring some more materials. You can import your materials from other directories. Now still you can select it. Now what else do we have? We have windows. Look, still the windows are in white. Actually, it's full service. But we'll give it a change. I'm giving the basic material to all the windows. Now can you see how we have created a wonderful basic structure in a quick span of time? In a very short period, we have developed this entire block and some small area for playing. You can see you can move all around and check. You can just move around by clicking the right cursor and press AWSOD to move front to back, right to left. I think the one who like to play game, they must be knowing these keys better than me. Now you can look at the object from top. You have various features where if I click, you can see that you can look at the object from top. You can, whichever object you select. Now, if I'm selecting this particular wall, I'm gonna right click and then I'm selecting that. Look at the object from top. You can see, I can see this object. You can change it. You can scale it. You can place it anywhere, wherever you want. You might have learned this in graphics, the students who are in second year. You can apply your knowledge and skill set in designing the games. Now simply we'll just test in our preview mode that how does our entire setup looks like. We can go to the preview mode by just pressing that play button. Can you see the preview mode? No, Shivani, I don't think so. Okay, let me share it again for you guys.
Jyoti, hello.
Now,
Screen is not visible.
yes, I know that. I'm just sharing my entire screen so that you guys can see my window because you're unable to see my preview mode, I guess. Now you will be able to see
Yeah,
my preview mode.
now it is visible.
Okay, great. Now, can you see this? I'm starting my preview mode. Just click this play button. I'm changing my character. You can even change your character in game while you are in the game before starting the game. And can you see the entire setup has been created as a nice material. And it provides various features like if you press G, it has a mount, a skateboard. You can crouch, you can jump, you can run, you can boost your speed by pressing shift as well. Now it will use his mount. You can move your mount. Okay. So just forgive my gameplay. I'm not good at playing games. But yes, I can create one. So this is how you're going to design your entire arena. You can assign materials and it's ready. Now, if you want to add some props, like if I want to add any object, like I'm adding some flowers, that would be great in this. Simply just drag and drop and place it. Now I want to tell you about the one more feature about the terrain. The basically terrain is your entire whatever you can see तुम्हारा जो landscape होता है वो होता है. So you can basically I would suggest you that if you're using a particular template then go for it. But if you're using a blank one, if you want to create your project from the very scratch, you can use this terrain. You can select any of this and you will get a nice space, but it would be completely empty. You will just get the floor, nothing else. It will be completely empty. You will have to design the sky, any buildings, any creatures, any tree, any wall, everything will have to be designed from the scratch in an empty mode. But whereas in template, you get some of these features. Okay, so now let's go to preview mode. Let me add some more props. Let me add props everywhere. Let me add some more things here, here. Don't worry, at the end of the session, you will be able to design your small basic games and you can surprise your friends by and you can make your own games and you can play it. It's very simple and beautiful. Now you've seen the collision property, the materials. Now let me tell you about the kill property. Simply go in hierarchy, type the kill, and can you see this round kill limit? That means selected and drag this property, the column thoda sa upwards, and you can see the kill limit. Now let me change the kill limit, like how many players you can kill at the maximum. Now may I add in 2, or let's suppose 3. Enter. You can see the custom code is already created. You don't have to write this code or learn any programming language to set the kill limit, or else it would have been a very hectic task to just assign small properties. The code has made it super easy to design a game. Now, similarly, you can customize this UI. Now, we have changed the kill limit to 3. And here we are showing that first to kill 10 enemies wins. It is impossible, so let me change this as well. I can close the properties. I want properties. Now, suppose simply by chance, if you cut any of this tab and at the very start, if you don't see this tab, there's no need to worry about. You can simply go in this window option, scroll down, and you can see the property, hierarchy, and performance. You can select it and you will have it. Now to change the UI, that is user interface, whatever you want your user and your player to see on the screen as in the form of message, you can change it by writing the instruction text. Now can you see this is the instruction for your client that you can change or edit. Now this is our text. First to kill 10 enemies wins. Now I'll simply change it to 3 and you're done. Can you notice the difference? Now it has changed. Simple as that. You can even check the performance. It provides various wonderful features. So now we have almost completed designing a simple small game. Now I'll change the players to 2 players and I'll show you it in the preview mode. Can you see? Now just start the preview mode. Is it visible? Can you see? Now we have two options, two windows, the left one and the right one. We can see from different viewpoints, player 1 and player 2. Now, suppose if you're creating a multiplayer game, how it will be visible to all the players, you can test it via this multiplayer preview mode. You just have to set the number of players and select on preview. Now, I would like to change my character again. Just simply press the key which is just below the escape button on your keyboard and you can change the character. Okay. Now my task is to find my another player and this is a multiplayer mode. So now you can see how your game will look from different players aspects. I have to reach there. We can just simply switch between this. Now you can see that my both the players are right. You can see both the players are just right in front of each other. I can shoot it. Now I'm coming to this window, and now I'm the player 2 from player 1. Now I'm taking the control, and now I can shoot the player 1. Now simply press the escape button and come back to the window number 1. And now you can again play it from the viewpoint of the first player. Again, my game has started again, right? Because I didn't set the lifespan and my lifespan was just 0. So as soon as my player dies, a new game will automatically open up. So in this session, I'll just simply go and I'll shoot the player number 2. You can see the health of player, the skeleton 1 is already half empty from the first shot that I gave. And I think कि पहले वाले सेशन में जो इसको हिट किया था, but now my player 1 like the player and this character having this avatar as full HP because ये इसका this is the second lifespan of this, right? So now you can just so this is how your game will look when different players will play together. So this is all about this multiplayer preview mode. Now you can see that there are various options given for mobile touch instructions and instruction text. These are the features that you're going to give to your client. So you can simply sort out. There are various like advanced options. If you want to sort it, it has various filters option like you can go to the client context and you can see what all features can be provided to the client. Especially basically all the user interface will come under this. The kill chart, the points, door, maps. You can give XP to your players as you can see here on the screen. Now coming to the weapons part. And now हमारा character जो है, it is just having one weapon. Why not provide it some another option. Now you can see there are various types of sports available. You can just simply assign any of the sword to your character. I'm taking this one. There is something called as error and bugs in game as well. As you fix it in your code, there are errors in your games as well. And it's very important that you give right property to the right object. It means like, for example, अगर कोई static object है, if you cannot provide lifespan to it. Now, suppose this is my static object, you can definitely not give a lifespan to my this object. There is no use. It's an error. अगर if like the code provides if you commit any error or it will give you a warning or an error when you run the game so that you can fix it. So now we are almost at the end of developing our game. It was pretty easier because of the template, but when you design it using a blank one, you might require a little more time, but it's easy as well. Now let me show you. So this is our entire arena already developed. You can pass through the bushes, but not through the walls and doors. Simply, you can open the door by pressing the F button. And go and check. Okay, so it's almost ready. Let's close the game. Save the game. It's as simple as that. Click on File and press Save. Now coming to the next part of the game, that is publishing a game. Just It's just one click apart. You have to press this key and your game will be published in no span of time. And let me take you to a prop and show you how does this collision mode looks like. Okay, so we have a prop standing right in front of us. Let me change the view from default view to player collision, or it has a wireframe. You can see all the objects through where your player is going to collide. It has multiple options. Most probably you will be using the wireframe and player collision or the visibility option. Okay. So these are the small things that you can learn and you can design a game very easily. Now I'll show you the screen feature because it's very important, but I would like to take you to a blank space. So let me close my editor and create one more new project. And this project is going to be start from scratch and empty project. These are the example project. I took a framework, but now I'm going to take an empty one. So this is demo project 2. Great. Now can you see you just have this block, nothing else. You only have this piece of floor and having no material. So this is your, I forgot to tell you the most important point. This is gizmo visibility, like where your player will start the game. Like आप अपने if there are various players, तो वो कहाँ पे spawn होंगे? Spawn basically वो कहाँ से start होने वाले हैं game में. So this is the point, spawn point number 1. Can you see this? The small icon, that logo, location and person है screen पर. This. So basically it tells you that yes, this is the spawn point of your character. Now I'm going to scale my landscape. So I don't want my game to be this much. So this is my, can you see? I can just simply show you it. I don't, now I want to scale it. That was translation. So I could give it. Now this is one more uploaded. If you select this blue line, you can only change it to one scale. But if you select this box, like you can scale your entire floor at one. Can you see the difference? If I'm selecting this box, I can scale my entire floor easily and in all the directions at once. It will scale my entire floor equally in all the directions. Okay, so now I'll expand it a little bit more in all the axes. No, I don't want to do this. Okay, fine. So I think our floor is enough for us. Now I'll show you the terrain creator. Now I'll generate a new terrain. So as you can see, you have here various options. Now let us select a flat terrain. Flat terrain will be basically like just a flat base for you. So let's go for the rolling hills. Height is 50 meter. You know this height basically. Let's reduce the height. Basically आपका like total जो आपके base का height है वो बताता है. So just change it to 10 meter and click on generate. Can you see this entire train is building up automatically? Just move a little forward. You can look. I'll just delete the previous train that we had. This blank space. A square piece is gone now. Hmm. Now we'll design it. It's completely empty. Now we have already learned that how to assign a material to a particular object. So now we are going to assign material to our floor. This is our blank floor. You can give any material like, so go to the art objects, select materials. This is just a quite short basic revision. This is artificial flowers. Let me add this for please. This looks more realistic, I guess. It's like a football ground. Now it's okay. Okay. You can even search for sky. You can give this. Can you see the difference now? You can even change the sky. Changes. Now don't forget to check your hierarchy. Just don't keep this is one more feature. This is visibility. If you click on this, like you can see what will happen when this feature is turned on or when this object is turned on or off. So now we have designed the sky, we have designed the floor. Now let's add some props. Now as we have chosen our terrain for this project, you will have some plus points that will be provided by this terrain object. You can select terrain, you can come in properties and you can see that you have these properties like paint foliage. Now we want to add various props in this. We don't want this blank floor, right? So just click on foliage. Now you want to create a new terrain material. So click on it. You can search various options like want to add a foliage. Click on add foliage. We want to add some trees. Scroll down. You'll find various trees. Now let's select one. Okay. Okay, you can already see it has been loaded already. Now click done. So now you already have this. Oh, it's too dim. I can't see. Just move ahead. Now can you see there are lots of trees you can't even see through clearly. So now just go to the properties. Okay, when you're developing it, I'll suggest that you must explore the properties as much as you can. Change the properties, test it, and just explore it. Now I want to change the distance between these trees from 10 meters to 50 meters. Now you can see it is much better. Now you have props, but you can easily see your ground as well. Much better for your character. Now to make it look more realistic, I'll add some grass as well. Now click on add foliage. Okay, grass. Now search for grass. Can you see? And click on done. Now I don't want my grass to be at this interval, like they are too far away. I'll change the distance to 5 meters, suppose. Okay. And it is as simple as that. You don't have to drag and drop each grass and each tree like we did in the template. But if you're using the terrain, you have this wonderful features like selecting the props, and they will be distributed on the entire floor equally. We can add some more props as well. Again, add some flowers. This time I will go with these. You can see the small flowers all around. You don't have to even select the location, they will be distributed automatically. Okay. Now can you see this little bit foggy space behind? Mhm. These are the spawn settings, basically where will your player be at the beginning of the game. Fine, now if I enable the collision, my player will definitely collide with each and every object. I don't want it, so it's better to keep it off. Now in a very short span of time, we have developed a wonderful terrain, a wonderful landscape for our game without any code, just using your imagination and the tools provided by the tool. I think I must change the sky. It doesn't suit here. Okay, so now you have this wonderful large landscape. Okay, great. We are going, we are all good with our game. Hello, I have some warnings. So this is how you will be warned. Now, as I told you, I have used two skies and it cannot be done. So let us remove, just right click and delete. Now it's much better. And the one more thing, that can you see this limit of terrain? The limit size is fixed. You cannot exceed this limit. But don't worry, it has a ample amount of space. You can create an entire game. So there's our spawn point. It means my character will land here at the beginning of the game. Just so now I've added everything. Let me add some. Now I'll show you how to import a content. Hopefully, core content. I mean, go to the community content. Yeah, that's good. Mm, let's import the animated. Now, can you see? I have imported this wicked spawn from the community content. Now go to the translation tool. You can change the point, select it, um, and just move it. Yeah, it's a bit tedious. I'll place it somewhere here, just not as soon as my player will land, it will definitely attack him. So I'll place him there. You can even add, okay, let's add some more units. We'll just quickly translate them to different positions. Okay, so now we have placed 2 units. Now let's check it out in the preview mode. Now since I haven't defined anything, since I haven't defined any properties of attacking or killing, my players are all good with each other right now. They won't harm each other. The hero won't harm the enemies won't harm the heroes. It's a good deal, wonderful deal. But we don't our game to be like this. So let's assign some properties. Now let's go back to the editor mode. Type this word. So this is my sword. I'll have to place it near the spawn point of my character where it is. Simply translate it to the spawn point of the character. Now we have assigned an object to our game. Let's check it out. You just need your imagination to build a game. That's it. I think I haven't provided any option to my character. Now, equip the sword. Now move. Can you see your characters is just board right now? Now you just have to assign the XP. Similarly, you have to assign the attacking power to your enemies as well. Let me place this enemy, translate it to my spawn point so that I can kill him as soon as I land on the game. Okay, we'll go to the right direction. Now let's check. So can you see the entire game we have developed in just a short span of time within an hour? I'll continue. So that was all about developing the game using code. It was as simple as that. So did you all enjoy the game development? It was as simple. So I hope would you code. So now moving on to the PPT. So now you might have seen that how we developed that beat the dungeon. Okay. So as promised, we have learned how to develop the game using code without using any code. So we are done with the development part. Moving on ahead. Thank you, Anirudh. Guys, can you please move on with the development slide? Now let me tell you about the roadmap of this entire development of the game. You know, the tedious task like software development is not as easy. It requires the concept and designing that you cannot just simply start from the like designing the game and you don't know what are you going to do. You must be prepared, you must be planned, you must take out your notes before developing the game. So make sure your team works. I cannot see the slide. Hello, team. Okay, let me continue. So it requires your market research, like you must know what is going in the market currently. You must know what are the documents, what will be your asset planning, what models will you need, what kind of animation, textures, and sound effect you require. And then coming to the next phase, that is the production. Production is most important, like it's completely how you're going to build the game environments, your layouts, your character design, animation, the gameplay mechanism. Okay. So, and one of the most important part is the user interface, like how you're going to design your entire interface. It should be like completely planned and well documented. The entire sounds and music that you're going to use, and it should undergo a rigorous testing phase, like how I showed you that we got a warning after we used two components of the sky objects. So that's how you have to fix the entire bugs, any glitches, any gameplay issue, and you must regularly keep on taking the feedback of your players. And coming to the what will you do after you release and publish your game, like after publishing. So this is the post production phase of your project. You can create like developing the games more, and you can release the various versions. You can build a community. uh, like you can again polish the visuals according to the developing technology, and that's all about the game development. Hope so you loved it, and you will definitely try to design a game using code. Thank you. You can ask your questions if you have any.
Ishani, you can proceed with the vote of thanks, and Jyoti, after vote of thanks, we will be continuing with the Q&A session.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Ishani, you can continue.
Um, a very good evening to one and all. On behalf of Department of Electronics and Telecommunication of Excelsior Education Societies, KC College of Engineering and Management Studies and Research, with great respect and honor, we would like to take this opportunity to convey our sincere thanks to our enterprising and efficient Managing Director, Dr. Sai Kiran Khanna, for his support. Special thanks to our COO, Dr. Pooja Rai Pradhan, for her guidance and support. Special thanks and deep gratitude to our principal, Dr. Vilas Nitnavare, HOD of EXTC Department, Dr. Rajiv Iyer, IETE-SF Convener, Dr. Baban Yurande, as well as Faculty Coordinator, Professor Purnima Vadak, for the encouragement and support. I thank all the participants for gracing your crucial work and attending this seminar. Thank you so much for your cooperation. I also extend a thank you to all the professors and other students for attending this webinar. We truly appreciate your presence. Special thanks and deep gratitude to our eminent speaker, Ms. Jyoti Maurya. Thank you so much, Jyoti, for taking your time and sharing your valuable information for us. I specifically thank the people who have been the backbone of the event, all the IETE-SF core members and members for organizing and making this event a great success. We would also like to inform and request you all to take part in many such webinars or activities we will be coming up with. In the upcoming weekend, that is on 16th September, IETE-SF is organizing one another webinar under Weekends with IET, in which you all will be learning how to participate in various project presentation competitions like Avishkar, Smart India Hackathon, and many more. Thank you all for being with us. It was great having you all here. Take care and stay safe. The feedback link will be shared in the YouTube live chat section. We all request you to fill the feedback form to receive the participation e-certificate. Also, we can go ahead with the Q&A. Thank you.
Yes, Kyra, it definitely was a 3D game. It was not a 2D game. You can use code to develop 3D games and 2D games as well. What is 3D modeling? Basically, you are creating like three-dimensional objects that can be moved in XYZ axis. Your character will be able to move in XYZ axis. These like models are used to represent the entire environment, the entire visual of your game. Basically, you're creating a three-dimensional model. And it is still not 5 years. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for joining in for this in this webinar. Jyoti, there's one more question. Can you just answer it?
Sure, sure, why not? And how did you become skilled at it, and how did you started using it? Okay, so it is all about thanks to my teacher. She assigned us developing a game for our assignment, but I didn't want it to develop a game through coding. So I was looking for an option where I can develop a game. I am a person who doesn't like to play game at all. So for me, everything about game and like game, what are the aspects was completely new to me. So I didn't even know how to use the AWSDTs. I learned it from that scratch. So I'm the person who have learned the designing game entirely from the scratch and like even playing it just even for the trial or for the preview mode. So you can just practice it. You can open the code. You have so many tools. You have all the assets. You have every option, functionalities, and all the features that we require, and you can just develop it. Any more questions?
No, I guess we are done with Q&A session. Jyoti, thank you so much for taking this informative session. I hope our participants will gain few knowledgeable things from this session. Guys, the feedback link has been already shared in the live chat box, so make sure you guys are filling the feedback form to avail the participation certificate. And thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.